I'm Miss Dara from the Rogers Public Library, and today we're doing Mix It, Squish It. So today we're going to make applesauce oobleck. So in your packet that you can pick up at the library will be some applesauce and cornstarch. So if you've ever made oobleck, you know oobleck is just water and cornstarch. Well, we're changing it a little bit by making it with applesauce. You can also use cinnamon applesauce, or you can add cinnamon to this. If you want to, it makes it smell really good. But this is just plain applesauce. So you just open it up and pour it into your bowl. I'm going to scrape it out a little bit. So oobleck is a non-Newtonian fluid, and so it doesn't hold a shape very well, and it's neither a liquid or a solid. It kind of has qualities of both. So if you've ever made oobleck, when you put pressure on it, it's a solid, but if you let it rest, it's a liquid. So this is kind of the same, but a little bit different. So we're going to need a half a cup of cornstarch here to start out with. So I've got a half a cup here. So I'm just going to put cornstarch in it. And it doesn't have to be exact here, so just as good as you can get it. Okay, that's about right. So I'm just going to dump it in there very carefully so it doesn't get all over me. And then when you're stirring cornstarch, you have to be very careful. So just start mixing that up. And it smells like applesauce. Stir all of that in there really good. So when you have oobleck, if you put pressure on it, it's a solid. So let's see. Nope, this doesn't have enough cornstarch in it yet. So we need another half a cup. So basically you need a cup of cornstarch, which will be in your packet. Or if you didn't get a packet, then you can just do this at home. So you just need your applesauce and a cup of cornstarch here. Get a little bit more here. That is approximately a half a cup. So pour that in there. And if you want to pour it in a little bit at a time, sometimes it makes it a little bit easier to stir in. Okay, and you'll notice it starts getting really hard. That's what we want it to do. And if it's a little bit too much, then you can always add a little bit of water. Okay. So then you have to mix it with your hands. And I think I put a little bit much in here. So I'm going to have to add a little bit of water. Okay, so you don't want to add too much water, just a little bit here. Add it in there and then just start mixing it in. And it will get on your hands, but it's okay. Just enough that it all starts coming together. So I think I need a little bit more. And it didn't take much here, so you don't want to add too much. A little bit more. If you don't want to add water, just make sure when you add in your second half of your cornstarch, you don't add too much. So, okay. So here we go. It all came together. So let's see if it acts like oobleck. So I've been pushing it and I can mold it together. And it comes off of my fingers. And I can make it into a ball or whatever shape you want to make it in, or it oozes out like oobleck. So regular oobleck is harder to form into objects because it's so much liquid. This oozes really nicely. It's a little bit thicker, but you can still form it really good. You can also like cut it with like cookie cutters or something like that. You can cut shapes in it. Just remember that if you let it go, it will just flatten out and ooze. So there you go. That is applesauce oobleck, and it breaks because you're putting pressure onto it. But if you just let it rest, it turns back into a liquid. All right, so thanks guys. That's applesauce oobleck.